Hey folks, Vic here with your weekly trade video for Friday, November the 24th, 2023. Happy Thanksgiving to all of our American friends. For those considering trading a longer term approach, I want to show you a trade that's been on the books now for over a month. And actually, it's been up much more than 300 pips for some of our traders, which I'll explain in the video. Holding a trade that long can be challenging psychologically for sure. But you should start to gain confidence very quickly as you see these trades achieve profitability over and over and over. Okay, not all the time, of course, but certainly enough to yield overall very nice positive results. And of course, Darko shows these setups and pending orders in advance to our members. So I hope you liked the video, and if you do, we would really appreciate a thumbs up if you would be so kind as to do that. And yeah, that's it. So let's have a look and see how this trade set up. Okay, so the trade was on the New Zealand Canadian dollar pair that you see in front of you, and as always, the higher time frames were telling a story. Darko takes a look at the yearly chart first. Yes, the yearly chart. Now, not for trading, but just getting a very big, high-level picture of what's going on. Once you have that, you can then start looking to see if the lower time frames are setting up for a trade in alignment with the big picture view. Doesn't mean that you can't trade. You know, if it's setting up bullish, that you can't trade a short here and there. But if you can get long trades, you're trading in alignment with that really big trend. And for long-term trading, that's great. So starting with the monthly chart, I'll just bring a monthly chart up here. Darko pointed out that every single candle since December, this is December of 2022 where my cursor is right here. Look at all these candles going down. Do you see anything bullish in here at all? Not one until right here. That's a pin bar reversal, and that was in September. Okay, so we finally got a bullish a bullish candle at a level. I'll just scroll this out a bit, where price has reacted before here and here. You see that? So we don't know what's going to happen, but we have a pin bar reversal here. So going off the monthly pin bar reversal, the entry. Because our entry time frame would be the daily chart, and going off of that was on the daily chart. This was really good looking right here. This is some major structure damage on the daily chart, and there was the entry price was right down here at this 83. It's around 83, pardon me, 8045 ish, something like that. Stop on the trade was close to about 125 pips, which is just fine for a long-term trade. This isn't scalping, okay? And the more detailed reasons, by the way, for taking this trade were all covered very thoroughly by Darko in his pre-market analysis video. This trade has rallied up, and you can see it went down against him for a while here, and came up and has been up now over 300 pips, I believe, or it's close to a 2.5 to 1. Okay, now what some others did was a bit different. Darko, they didn't take this initial trade where Darko took it here. Some did, but not everybody. And they waited. Now, they waited because either they missed a trade or maybe they wanted to get in on a lower time frame to see if it happened. It doesn't always happen. I mean, this is all hindsight now. But, you get in here, these can go straight up. And if you're trying to wait for a lower time frame entry, it may not happen. Well, in this case, what happened is on the weekly chart, look at this. Price had stopped here, went up, broke above these little highs. Don't forget, this is all happening at a bullish monthly pin bar. Comes back down into this same level. Question is, what's going on the 4 hour? Because that's our entry time frame when we reference the weekly chart. Okay, so what it did is that they had a look at this, and they had this same structure damage happening on a 4 hour chart at this level of support on the weekly chart. That's a really, really good sign that probably price is going to go up. And their entry was right around the figure here at 8000. And this thing now has been and by the way, the stop, instead of being 125 pips, is only 60 pips, less than half. So for them, this rally, they've seen about a 5 to 1 reward risk so far. Now, and that's unscaled. Now let's here's the thing about this. They could have missed this trade completely, and we'd be singing a different tune if price had never come down, right? But it did, so they got in. But I have to tell you, it is so cool for Darko and I to see members using the approach correctly, what they learned, but doing it in a way that suits them. In other words, being independent thinkers. That's the whole thing that we want to teach. Now, I have a question for you. Here we are in this trade. what would you do with this trade right now? Okay, here's the thing. Remember, we said that the yearly bias is up, so that means this could keep going for some time. We just don't know. But what we do know is that strong levels of resistance are great places to take profits. Okay, and taking a look at the weekly chart, let's do that right now because this trade was based on being at weekly support. And so taking a look at the weekly chart, you can see the level that's marked off right here. That is a very, very strong level. And Darko talked about this actually in his last PMA. Getting to that level would be a profit of about 370 pips or a 3-to-1 from where Darko put on his trade. Great profit. And for those who got in at the lower level based on that 4-hour pattern I just showed you, it's up over 400 pips on an initial pip risk of 60 pips. That's a huge reward risk, way over 6-to-1. And of course, again, that's unscaled. Okay, but I just want you to see the power that can be in these longer term trades. And once they get going like this and the risk is out, like you get to sit back and see what happens. In this case, who knows? It might, I mean, if we go down to back to the 4-hour chart, what's it going to do? I don't know. It could keep going up or it might fail. Okay, and start heading back down again. Hopefully it keeps on giving. But there are ways of protecting profit as price keeps rallying up so that you don't have to give up everything. So for example, if you look at this 4-hour chart, if you know how to read advanced market flow, which is what we teach in our service, then you could trail your stop below each point that's a valid advanced pullback. And right now, there is absolutely no reason to be out of this trade. And those that only had that 60 pip risk when they got in way down here, that they actually could have a 3-to-1 reward risk trade locked in right now at a very logical level, according to advanced pullbacks. So pretty nice position. Yeah, so there you go. Well over a month later, and this trade's still going. And by the way, the other thing too is the rate differential between the New Zealand and the Canadian is in favor of the New Zealand dollar, so you get paid a little bit for holding this trade long. Yeah, so I just wanted to show you how these longer term trades can unfold. I know it's easy to look at the chart and say, oh yeah, you know, we bought here and we're still holding it after like over a month and all this. But in real time, you know, it's very easy to get the emotions going and start second guessing what's going on, get shaken out of the trade. So it's just a matter of time at the controls and developing the confidence and the belief that these trades can indeed work out very well. And we'd sure love to help you with that if it's something that's appealing to you. So thanks so much for listening in. We hope you all have a great weekend. Happy Thanksgiving again to our American friends. Take care.